Welcome. There's nothing you need to do now. Know where you need to be. Somewhere far above you, past the roofs and the clouds and the thin blue edge of the sky, the solar system is turning. Slowly. Quietly. It has been turning like this for 4.5 billion years, and it will keep turning long after tonight. Tonight, we're going to drift through it together. Away from the sun, past every planet, all the way out to the cold and silent edge. You don't have to remember any of it. You don't have to stay awake for the end. Just let the words carry you. Let your body grow heavy. Breathe in, slowly, and let it go. Let's begin where everything begins. At the sun. At the center of everything, there is a star. We call it the sun, as though it were the only one. And for us, it may as well be. It is a vast, slow sphere of glowing gas, so wide that more than 1 million worlds like ours could fit inside it, and still there would be room to spare. You have felt it your whole life. On your skin in summer. On the back of your neck. In the warmth of a windowsill in the afternoon. Every bit of that warmth began here, in the heart of the sun, where it is so hot and so crowded that atoms are pressed together until they become light. That light does not reach you quickly. It drifts. A single ray of sunlight can take thousands upon thousands of years to work its way out from the core to the surface, bumping and wandering, patient beyond imagining. And then, once it finally escapes into open space, it crosses the great distance to your world in only 8 minutes. So the sunlight that warmed you today is older than the pyramids. Older than the first written word. It waited a very long time to reach you. The sun does not rush. It simply burns, steady and certain, turning slowly in the dark. And around it, held close by nothing you can see, the planets move in their long, quiet circles. We're going to leave the sun now. We'll let its warmth fade behind us, and we'll drift outward, into the cool and the calm. The first world we meet is small, and gray, and very close to the fire. The first planet is called Mercury. It is a small world, not much larger than our own moon. It has no thick air to soften it, no clouds, no weather. Just bare rock, and dust, and a sky that is always black, even in the middle of the day. Mercury moves faster than any other planet. It hurries around the sun in only 88 days, as though it were eager, or restless. The old astronomers named it after a swift messenger, a runner who never seemed to tire. And yet, on its surface, time moves strangely slowly. A single day on Mercury, one turn from sunrise to sunrise, lasts longer than its entire year. The sun would rise, and hang, and barely move, and set again over the course of many, many of our days. It is a world of quiet extremes. In the sunlight, it is hot enough to melt metal. In the shadows, colder than almost anywhere you can imagine. And in the deep craters near its poles, where the sunlight has never once reached in billions of years, there is ice. Frozen water, hidden in the dark, on the planet closest to the fire. There is no one on Mercury. There never has been. It simply turns, slowly, in the light and the shadow, keeping its small secrets. We'll leave it behind now, and drift a little farther out, to a world wrapped in gold and silence. The next world is Venus. From far away, it is the brightest of all the planets, a soft, silver point of light in the hour after sunset, or before dawn. People have watched it for as long as there have been people. They called it the evening star, and the morning star, before they understood that it was the same gentle light, both times. Venus is almost exactly the size of our own world. A sister, nearly. But it grew up very differently. It is wrapped in clouds, thick, endless clouds that never part. Beneath them, the air is heavy, so heavy it would press down on you like the deep ocean. And it is hot. Hotter even than Mercury, hotter than any other planet, held warm by a blanket of cloud that never lets the heat escape. Those clouds hide the surface completely. For most of history, no one knew what lay beneath them. People imagined oceans, jungles, warm and green. The truth is stranger and stiller, a dim, orange landscape of old volcanoes and cracked plains, lit softly, as though by a perpetual, hazy dusk. High above all of that, the clouds themselves race around the planet, faster than the planet turns. And Venus turns very slowly, and so gently backward, that on its surface the sun would rise in the west and set in the east, once every several months. It is a beautiful thing to look at, from a distance. A soft light in the sky. You have probably seen it yourself, without knowing, on some clear evening. Let it grow small behind us now. The next world is one you know very well. It's the one beneath your feet. The third planet from the Sun is home. After the bare rock of Mercury and the endless clouds of Venus, here is something different. A world of blue and white and green. Oceans that cover most of it. Air you can breathe. Water that falls from the sky and gathers in rivers and returns, again and again, in a slow and patient cycle. From far enough away, you cannot see any of the things that fill your days. No borders. No cities, in daylight. Just a small blue world, turning quietly, wrapped in a thin skin of air, so thin that if the earth were the size of an apple, the air would be no thicker than the skin of the apple. Everything you have ever known lives inside that fragile layer. And it turns. Right now, beneath you, the whole world is turning, carrying you gently from day into night and back again. You cannot feel it. It is far too smooth for that. But it is happening, always, and it is happening now. Close beside the Earth travels one companion. The Moon. It is a quiet, gray world, always keeping the same face turned toward us. It has watched over every night of human history. It pulls, gently, on the oceans, lifting the tides up the shore and letting them fall, twice each day, in a slow breathing rhythm older than any living thing. Tonight, it may be outside your window. Or it may be hidden, on the far side of the world, shining on someone else's night. You are a small part of this small blue world. And right now, in this moment, there is nothing you need to hold on to. The earth is turning. The moon is keeping watch. And we are drifting onward, outward, toward a colder, redder place. The fourth planet is Mars. It is a small world, and a red one, rusty, the color of dust and old iron. You can see it yourself, on some nights, as a calm reddish point among the white stars. People have always noticed it. Its color made them think of fire, and so they gave it the name of a god of war. But there is nothing violent about it now. It is one of the quietest places imaginable. Mars is a desert. A cold, still, endless desert, colder than the deepest winter you have ever known. Its air is thin, far too thin to breathe. Pink dust settles over everything, and pale clouds drift high above. But it was not always this way. Long, long ago, water flowed here. You can still see the marks it left, the winding channels of ancient rivers, the wide basins where lakes once rested, the shorelines of a sea that dried away billions of years ago. Mars remembers water, even though it has been dry for longer than there has been life on Earth. It has the tallest mountain of any planet, a gentle, enormous volcano, so wide that if you stood upon it you could not tell it was a mountain at all. And a canyon so long it would stretch across an entire continent. All of it silent. All of it still. Waiting, under a pink sky, as the small distant sun crosses over and sets, and the cold comes down. We leave the last of the small rocky worlds behind us now. Ahead lies a great gap, and a river of drifting stone. And beyond it, the giants begin. Between Mars and the giant worlds beyond, there is a wide, quiet space. It is not empty. Scattered through it, drifting in the dark, are countless pieces of rock and metal. Some are as small as pebbles. A few are hundreds of miles across, small worlds of their own. Together, they are called the asteroid belt. You might imagine them crowded together, tumbling and crashing. But the truth is far gentler. The belt is so vast, and its pieces so spread out, that if you stood on one of them, you might never see another. Only black sky, and distant stars, and the small bright sun, and a single silent stone turning slowly beneath your feet. These are the leftover pieces, the rubble from the building of the planets, fragments that never quite came together into a world. They have been drifting here, undisturbed, since the very beginning. 4.5 billion years of slow, quiet turning. There is no hurry here. There never has been. We drift through the belt the way you might drift toward sleep, slowly, softly, without effort, letting the distance carry us. And ahead, growing larger, is the greatest planet of them all. Now we come to Jupiter, the largest of all the planets. It is enormous, so large that every other planet in the solar system could fit inside it, all together, with room left over. It is not a world of rock and ground. It is a world of cloud and storm, all the way down, a vast slow sphere of gas turning in the dark. Its clouds are drawn out into wide bands, cream and gold and soft brown, wrapped around the whole planet. And within those bands, storms drift, some of them larger than entire worlds. One great storm has been turning for hundreds of years, a calm red eye in the clouds, wide enough to swallow the earth whole. It turns slowly, patiently, going nowhere, in no hurry to end. Jupiter spins faster than any other planet, one full turn in only about 10 hours, and yet from a distance it seems perfectly serene. A great striped sphere, glowing faintly, surrounded by its family of moons. And it has many moons. Dozens upon dozens of them. For are large enough to see through a small telescope, the way an astronomer first saw them 400 years ago, on a cold clear night, and understood that not everything circles the Earth. One of those moons is covered in ice, and beneath that ice, there may be a hidden ocean, dark and deep and warm, larger than all the oceans of Earth combined. Jupiter turns. Its storms drift. Its moons circle slowly around it, keeping their long, patient orbits. And we drift onward, to the most beautiful planet of all. Ahead of us now is Saturn, the world with the rings. Everyone knows Saturn, even if they have never truly looked at it. The rings are famous. And yet nothing prepares you for how delicate they really are. They circle the planet in a thin, wide, shining band, made not of solid material, but of countless pieces of ice, each one turning on its own, from grains as small as sugar to chunks as large as houses. Billions upon billions of them, catching the distant sunlight, drifting together in a great flat ring so wide you could lay many Earths across it, and so thin that, seen edge on, it nearly disappears. Saturn itself is a giant, second only to Jupiter, another vast sphere of pale gold cloud, soft and calm and quiet. It is so light, for its size, that if there were an ocean large enough, Saturn would float upon it. Around it move dozens of moons. One is wrapped in a thick orange haze, with rivers and lakes upon its surface, not of water, for it is far too cold, but of something stranger, flowing slowly under a dim and golden sky. Another is a small bright ball of ice, gleaming white, with quiet fountains of frozen water drifting up from its south. Saturn turns, and the rings turn with it, shining softly in the dark. It is a calm and gentle place. There is nothing here to trouble you. We are far from the sun now. Very far. The light is growing faint, and the cold is growing deep. 2 more worlds remain, out in the long twilight. Far out in the cold, the 7th planet drifts. Uranus. It is a world of pale blue-green, smooth and quiet, wrapped in cold clear cloud. It is so far from the sun that its year is longer than a human lifetime. One slow circle takes 84 of our years. A person born beneath its skies, if there were any, would live a whole life and never see it complete a single orbit. And it lies on its side. Long ago, something tipped it over, and now it rolls around the sun tilted all the way down, so that its poles take turns facing the distant light. Whole seasons pass there in decades of unbroken day, and then decades of unbroken night. Farther still, at the very last of the great planets, is Neptune. Neptune is a deep and vivid blue, the color of the ocean, the color of the deepest part of a clear evening sky. It is the most distant of the true planets, so far from the sun that its light out here is dim and gray, and its year lasts more than 160 of hours. Since it was first discovered, it has only just now finished a single trip around the sun. It is cold beyond words, and yet it is not still. Winds race across it, faster than any winds anywhere else, driving faint white clouds across that deep blue face. But from far away, none of that shows. Only a small, calm, perfect blue sphere, alone in the dark, turning quietly at the edge of the light. We have passed them all now. Every planet. From the fire at the center to the last blue world in the cold. But the solar system does not quite end here. Beyond Neptune, the light grows very faint. Out here is a wide, dim ring of small, frozen worlds. Distant Pluto drifts among them, once counted as a planet, now known as one of many quiet icy places in the outer dark. They move so slowly, so far from the sun, that a single one of their years can last 200, 300 of hours. And past even them, the solar system thins away into almost nothing. A vast, slow shell of icy fragments, drifting in the deep cold, so far out that the sun is no longer a warmth at all, only the brightest of the stars, a single point of light among countless others. This is the edge. The quiet border, where the sun's gentle hold finally fades, and the space between the stars begins. We have come a very long way tonight. From the fire, past every world, all the way out to the silence. There is nowhere else to go now. Nothing left to do. So let yourself rest here, at the edge of everything, where it is calm, and dark, and still. Your breathing has slowed. Your body is heavy. The whole solar system is turning quietly behind you, and it asks nothing of you at all. Let the last of the light fade. Let the words grow soft. And let yourself drift, gently, into sleep. 1. A slow journey through the solar system space documentary for sleep. 2. Traveling to the edge of the universe space documentary for sleep. 3. What's inside a black hole? Space documentary for sleep. 4. The life and death of a star space documentary for sleep. 5. A quiet tour of every moon in the solar system space documentary for sleep. 6. The largest objects in the universe space documentary for sleep. 7. what if you could travel to the nearest star? Space documentary for sleep. 8. The birth of the solar system space documentary for sleep. 9. Lost planets and frozen worlds beyond Neptune space documentary for sleep. 10. The sounds of deep space, a journey for sleep space documentary for sleep. Asterisk regla, manten siempre el sufijo space documentary for sleep. Es2 marca reconocible y ayuda al algoritmo a agrupar tu catalogo, asterisk. Este guion dura 60-70 minute narrado a ritmo de sueño. Para llegar a los 2 to 3 de los canales top. Ralentiza aún más y alarga las pausas en la segunda mitad, a partir de Júpiter. La gente ya está dormida. Añade subsections por cada luna importante, Europa, Titan, Encelado y mencionadas, desarrolladas. Repite el viaje a la inversa al final, muy suave, and now we drift slowly back, como si era hipnótico. Deja colas de música, 15 to 30 minutes to 2 score ambiental solo, al final, sin narration. Suma watch time y es lo que mantiene el video sonando toda la noche. Part 2a. You're still here. Still resting, at the quiet edge of everything, where we drifted to a little while ago. Nothing has changed. The stars are still turning, slowly. The dark is still soft, and endless. And there is still nothing you need to do. We have all the time there is. So let us drift back now, slowly, gently, the long way home. Past the far worlds. Past the quiet moons. Toward the small blue place where you are resting. There's no hurry. We'll stop wherever it's peaceful. And if sleep finds you before we arrive, that's all right. The journey will carry on without you, quietly, in the dark. Let's begin to drift inward, toward the first faint light. As we drift back from the edge, we pass the wanderers. Out here, in the deep cold, drift the comets. Small worlds of ice and dust, older than the planets, patient beyond measure. Most of them will never come any closer. They simply drift, slowly, in the far dark, tracing enormous, quiet circles that take thousands upon thousands of years to complete. Now and then, one of them falls inward, toward the sun. And as it nears that distant warmth, its ice begins to soften, and it lets go of a long, faint tail of dust and light. A soft glowing veil, streaming gently behind it, catching the far sunlight. People have watched these visitors for as long as there have been people. A soft light in the sky, arriving quietly, staying a while, and then drifting away again, not to return for a lifetime, or 100 lifetimes. We let them pass. They are in no hurry. And neither are we. On our way inward, we drift through the ring of frozen worlds. Here, far from the sun, in the deep and patient cold, drift countless small icy places. Distant Pluto is among them. A little world of ice and rock, with a pale, smooth, heart-shaped plain, and thin hazy skies, and a large quiet moon of its own. The two of them turning slowly around each other, in the dark. For most of a human life, these worlds see no visitor at all. They simply drift, and turn, and keep their slow orbits, so far from the sun that it is only the brightest of the stars, giving light, but no warmth. There are many of them out here. Small, frozen, quiet. Most of them still unnamed, still unseen, drifting patiently in the dark at the edge of the sun's family. Waiting, though they do not know they are waiting, for nothing in particular. Simply turning, in the cold, in the quiet. The sun is a little brighter now. A little warmer. We are coming home. The first great world to grow near is deep blue Neptune. And circling it, one large, quiet moon, drifting slowly backward around the planet. A cold, pale world, one of the coldest places there is, its surface smooth and frozen, with faint plumes drifting up into the thin dark sky. We drift on, inward, and great Saturn appears, wrapped in its delicate rings. Let us linger here a moment, among its moons. One of them is wrapped in a thick golden haze. A strange and gentle world, with clouds, and rain, and rivers, and slow seas. Not of water, for it is far too cold, but of something stranger, flowing quietly beneath a dim orange sky. And another, small and bright and white, is covered all over in clean, fresh ice. From cracks near its south, quiet fountains drift upward, rising slowly into space and falling gently back, like snow. And beneath that ice, an ocean. Dark, and deep, and hidden, wrapped around the whole small world. We drift on, inward, toward the greatest planet, and its family of moons. Great Jupiter grows near, striped and glowing, turning slowly. Around it drift its largest moons. Worlds in their own right, each one different, each one quiet. One is covered in smooth, cracked ice, and beneath it, another hidden ocean, dark and deep, larger than all the oceans of Earth together. It has been circling Jupiter, quietly, for billions of years. Another is the most volcanic world we know. Dotted with slow, quiet eruptions, its surface painted in soft yellows and golds. And yet, from a gentle distance, even it is calm. And two more, larger still, gray and cratered and old, keeping their slow orbits, as they have since the very beginning. We have passed the giants now. Only the inner worlds remain. And one of them is home. Part 2b. Between the worlds, there is so much quiet space. It is easy to imagine the solar system as crowded. The sun, the planets, the moons, all close together. But the truth is that it is mostly emptiness. Vast, calm, gentle emptiness, between one small world and the next. We drift through it now, slowly. There is nothing here to see. No world. No light but the distant stars and the growing sun ahead. Only the soft, dark, endless in between. And that is a restful place to be. Nothing asked of you. Nothing to reach. Only the slow drift, and the deep quiet, and the gentle dark on every side. If you listen, there is no sound at all. Space is perfectly silent. It always has been. A silence older than the earth, older than the sun, stretching out in every direction, soft and endless. Let that silence settle over you now. Let it fill the room. Let it carry you, gently, a little closer to sleep. And now the sun is near again. Not the small, distant star it became out at the edge, but a warm and steady light, growing, filling the space ahead with a soft golden glow. It has been shining like this, steadily, for 4.5 billion years. It shone on the first oceans. It shone on the first forests. It has shone on every single day of your life, and every day of everyone who came before you. We will not go too near. Its warmth is gentle from here, and that is enough. We simply let it grow, ahead of us. A quiet golden light, the heart of everything, holding all the worlds in their slow and patient circles. And around it, one small blue world is turning. The one we are drifting home to now. We drift past red Mars, small and still, and cross the quiet ring of the asteroid belt once more. And there, ahead, a small blue point of light, brightening as we near it. Home. The Earth, turning quietly, wrapped in its thin skin of air. But before we arrive, let us rest a moment beside its companion. The moon. Of all the moons we have passed tonight, this is the one you know. The one that has hung over every night of your life. Gray, and still, and cratered, keeping the same gentle face always turned toward home. It has no air, and no sound, and no weather. Its dust has lain undisturbed for billions of years. And yet it is not far away at all. Close enough to see, most nights, from your own window. And just beyond it, turning gently, is the place where you are resting. And so we come home. The small blue world grows near. The oceans. The soft white clouds. The thin bright edge of the sky. After all the cold and quiet places we have drifted through tonight, here is the one that is warm. The one that is alive. The one that is yours. Somewhere down there, beneath the clouds, in the dark, is the room where you are lying now. Still. Warm. Safe. You have traveled a very long way tonight. Out to the edge of everything, and all the way back. Past every planet, past the quiet moons, past the drifting comets and the frozen worlds. And now there is nowhere left to go. Only here. Only now. Only rest. Let the earth turn slowly beneath you. Let the moon keep its watch. Let the whole quiet solar system go on turning, gently, without you, while you sleep. Your breathing has slowed. Your body is heavy. There is nothing left to do, and nowhere left to be. Let the stars fade. Let the words grow soft. And let yourself drift, gently, all the way down, into sleep.